In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can live on just $500 a month in Cambodia. Now, I had lived in Cambodia for 3 years, and during that time, I lived in 3 different cities. I lived in the capital, Phnom Penh, in the tourist hub, Siem Reap, and I lived in a smaller town called Battambang. So based on my experience, as well as a booklet that I followed, which is actually called How to Live on $500 a Month in Cambodia, which I'll link to below, which has all the details, but I'm going to give you the main ideas. I'm going to talk about how you can pull this off. I'm going to go through 10 budget categories, which are rent, utilities, visa, food, medical, household, mobile, entertainment, laundry, and miscellaneous buffer. So let's get started. So first, with regards to rent, this is really important to get down right because you can blow $500 a month easily just on rent if you go for a fancy place in Phnom Penh. So to solve this problem, I recommend going to a smaller town called Battambang, Battambang, and there you can find a studio, a really basic studio, nothing fancy, for $70 a month. Now, in order to do this, it'll be hard to find a place like that online. So what you might have to do is walk around. It's fairly small town, and if you wherever you see signs, I will say a number like $70, I'll say a phone number. You'll contact the phone number and basically try to meet up and get the place. Ideally, you'd want to have a Cambodian friend who can talk, obviously in Khmer. If you don't, then you can potentially just can't use Google Translate and rely on text messaging. In my case, for instance, I actually just met a guy at a restaurant in Cambodia, and in Battambang, when I was in Battambang, when I lived there, and he actually did the communication and got me a $70 a month place in Battambang. So that's with regards to rent. Now we'll move on to utilities, water and electricity. The big question here is whether or not you're going to use air conditioning. If you don't use air conditioning, then definitely your bill will be under $50. If you do use air conditioning, you can probably get it. You can probably still be within $50 barely, given that you only use the air conditioner strategically, like a couple of hours in the day or that sort of thing. That's what you got to watch out for. Now moving on to visa. To get first I have to mention because of Corona. Now, with regards to Corona right now, it's really hard to get into Cambodia altogether. It's semi-shut down, so there is a way. It's not impossible. Might make a video about how you can get in now despite COVID, but if we assume that the Corona restrictions are over and you're able to get in like the old-fashioned way where you can just get a tourist visa on arrival, once you're in the country, you want to get a 1-year EB visa. And the cost of this visa maximum is going to cost you for a year with all the paperwork, with everything, is going to be $900, but it could be much less actually depending on the year. If we assume it's $900, that works out to $75 per month. So $900 a year, $75 per month. Now we're going to move on to food and drinks. Food and drinks, assuming you are in Battambang where you're renting, it's actually super cheap. You can find lots of local food, mainly noodles type food, possibly like barbecue pork and rice, for just $1 meal. So you can get like 3 different meals a day for $1. And then water is super, you can get these like half a liter 12-pack for like 75 cents. So essentially your daily spending will be like between $3 to $4, works out to $100 a month. Within $100 a month, you can have all your meals essentially and water. Now moving on to medical slash dental slash pharmaceutical. So that's going to be, you can have a budget up to $100, but this might be, if you're very healthy and you don't have any problems, this is actually more than you need. But to see a doctor, you can generally find a doctor pay for a consultation just $10. And that you could do that at, it's called Sovan Polyclinic in Battambang, SOVANN. And with regards to medicine, it's generally really cheap medicine in Cambodia. The key thing though is just to not go for brand names. Just always ask, I want the cheapest. Often you'll be able to get the brands that are basically made in Asia. At least they're usually cheaper than anything, let's say the French brands and whatnot, which are common but more expensive there. For dentists, you can find lots of dentists. There's one close to Shanghai guest house that I went to, and he just charged like $10 just to do a checkup, cleaning, and a small cavity filling. So super cheap. I mean, $100, this even allows for people who have a little bit of medical issues to still be able to live within that amount. Now, household items slash personal care. So basically, haircut. Let's say for a haircut, you can get it for $1.25 at a barber shop. You just make sure, like, assuming it's really basic. If you assume they don't speak in English, just have a picture of the haircut you're aiming for, maybe a previous picture before your hair grew, and they'll just do that basically. That's super cheap. You can get it like $1.25, and beyond that, to buy any household items toiletries and whatnot, you can go to, there's a Lucky supermarket, and there's Chhay Mart, Chhay Mart, and I'll also try to mention those names in the description. It's too much work to try and spell those out, but you'll definitely be able to meet your needs within $20, at least if you're a guy, $20 a month. Now moving on to internet slash mobile. So basically a cheap way to go is you just get a mobile plan that has enough data on it and use that for your internet. It's super cheap. Cambodia might be the cheapest place on earth with regards to data. You can get, at least at the time that I was there, there's a mobile operator called Cellcard, and they have a plan for $8 a month. It's called Big Love, and this gives you unlimited calls and SMS within the same network, as well as 80 gigabytes of data, which is like potentially all you need. And then on top of that, I recommend getting a plan with the other main operators called Smart. Get a $1 a week plan. It used to be called Power Plus One. I think they have a different one, but you can get a plan basically for around $4 a month with them, so that you also have unlimited calls and SMS with Smart. So this will make sure, this will basically, by having a SIM card with both of these companies, you'll basically have unlimited calling and SMS with anyone in the country, because most people are with one of these two. However, in the odd case that somebody is with some other operator, I can't remember the names of them, Medphone or something, you can have, let's say, a $3 top up. So if we say $8 for cell card, $4 for a Smart, that's $12. Add $3 top up in case you need to call somebody off of that's off of both of these networks. That works out to be $15 a month, and that meets all your needs for internet basically, as well as calling. Now entertainment. Now this budget is pretty minimalistic, so there's not that much room for it. So we're just going to say $10 a month for entertainment. However, this can go longer. This can actually cover more than you think, because in Battambang, I was able to get massages for $2.50. You can get a massage, depends on, I can't remember, maybe half an hour long, something like that. So you can get a weekly massage for $10 total, $2.50. You just walk around and you look for signs that say massage, and it'll be basically around 10,000 10,000 reals. And with regards to then laundry, so assuming you probably won't have a laundry machine at your place that you're getting for $70 a month. However, getting laundry done is super cheap in Battambang. I mean, I was getting it done for around 38 cents per kilogram, or 1,500 Khmer reals. And that means that you should be able to get all your laundry done, at least as a single person, within $6. Finally, we still have, believe it or not, $54 left, which is, that's just miscellaneous slash buffer in case you need to, something unexpected comes up. But even if, let's say, your phone breaks, you need to buy a new phone, you can easily buy like some Chinese phone, like I can't remember the name, Oppo or Xiaomi, or for, let's say, $150. So what that means is that ideally this miscellaneous buffer amount, you should look at it as an annual amount. So $54 a month, that's going to be more than $600 in the year. So you have $600 a year for extra expenses. So if you have to buy a $150 phone, it could come from that part of the budget. And that's basically it. If you actually add up all the numbers that I mentioned, they will equate to $500. So I'm just going to recap really quick. Rent $70, utilities $50, visa $75, food $100, medical $100, household $20, internet mobile $15, entertainment $10, laundry $6, miscellaneous buffer $54. And that's it. That's how you can live off $500 a month in Cambodia. If you found this helpful, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button. I really appreciate it. And any comments you have, I also would appreciate that. And to get an idea of what types of videos people are interested in, what kind of information they're looking for. Take care.